Tony, we've been here 8 minutes, buddy.
Big slot fish.
Oh, yeah.
Putting food plots like this in will really bring deer in.
Deer hunting safety harnesses are the single most critical piece of equipment for any hunter using an elevated tree stand.
You should be, yeah, I think you can see my top pin right here. I set that at 25 yards.
Welcome to A Sportsman's Life. We're so glad you tuned in to join us for another exciting real-world outdoor adventure right here on A Sportsman's Life.
Well, friends, guess where we're at? We are back at Tawakoni. Guess who this rascal is? You've seen him before. Tony Pennybaker, Captain Tony. We're going to go catch some catfish. No wind this morning, Tony.
It's phrased windless. It's kind of like a dog days of summer, August days in September. So we're going to do a little trolling. We're going to do a little different deal. We're going to set some baits out and troll for the upper end of the eaters, the big slots.
That's what we're after. We like.
That's what we're after.
It's the fall, the beginning of fall, friends, and this is traditionally when the big ones bite. But I mean, y'all been catching them through big fish through the summer.
We've been catching them good now. These days, clear days, hot, no wind, have kind of slowed the bite, and they're kind of finicky. But got to have real fresh bait and just stay with it. But you will catch some. It's not real fast.
That's right. Well,
but
that's okay.
The quality's good. We've been catching them up to 40 pounds.
Yeah.
You know, almost every day. So,
well, we always catch them when we get out here with you, buddy.
we're going to have a mess of fish. We're going to get a mess of fish.
That's right. Friends, we are at Tawakoni, and it's for those of you that are not in Texas, you know, that's east of Dallas, about an hour or something like that. I think Tawakoni, Tony, I rate it as probably the top catfish lake. Texoma, you can catch some great big ones, but as far as day in, day out catfishing, it really is, friends, it's hard to beat Lake Tawakoni. Tony, tell them up front how they can locate you and come down here and fish with you, you know.
Best thing to do is just call me straight, 903-474-3078.
All right, well, we've got Mr. Phil Zimmerman going to show up here in a little bit, and when he gets here, we'll get in the boat. We'll see if we can catch some fish. What do you say?
I'm ready.
Tony, let's look at that bait. You got a big old, some fresh.
Yeah, it's about a 6-7 inch shad. I just cut
those shad, they like those heads too, don't they?
They do.
Yeah. Heave that out there and see, who knows?
Salt it down. I seen one or two pretty good marks.
Yeah.
When I was pulling up here. So I will catch some. Sitting right there. And that chin coming right out behind his eyeballs through the middle of his head. It's hard to get them off. Although those little fish can do it.
The stage is set. Tony, we've been here 8 minutes, buddy.
Big slot fish. That's what
oh, yeah.
for the first one.
9 minutes, got a big old chunky one.
Yeah.
Very good. Tony, that's a good start, buddy.
That's
Phil?
any indication we'll fill the
All
box
right.
up.
All right, let's get some more. Feel pretty good, Phil? Or Frank, like a lot of times they'll come to you, you know that. Yo, you just keep, yeah. Keep coming at you. Got a good bow in that rod for sure.
That's what we call the top end on the slot, right, Tony? Big slot fish. We're gonna get him captured on video again. You bet it is. Bill, he's gonna look good in Lake what? Lake Crisco?
Lake Crisco. So what we're doing here with these sheds, they're not big sheds, I just call them like oversized. Take the head off, cut that gut section out. You can use this piece here too. Same with this one, he's a little bigger, about the same thing. Just make you about 3 or 4 baits. Yeah, man. Like
Good
that.
bait. Good bait for blues, isn't it?
Good bloody bait, blue loves it.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be a good one. There's another, boy, those are like cookie cutters, aren't they? Well done, Phil. Well done, buddy.
Brought to you by Dallas Safari Club, Conservation, Education, and Hunter Advocacy. Hornaday, accurate, deadly, dependable. Taurus Firearms, maker of the Raging Hunter. Stealth Vision, high-tech precision-driven equipment tailored for the modern hunter. Well, it's been 2 weeks, and since we dropped our seed here in the food plot, and of course, putting food plots like this in will really bring deer in. Here I've got a bag of triple 13, and we're going to get out there and spread some on the food plot here. So, end of October, rifle season's just around the corner. We will be ready.
Deer hunting safety harnesses are the single most critical piece of equipment for any hunter using an elevated tree stand. Falls from tree stands are the leading cause of hunting injuries, but a harness is your life insurance. To stay safe, remember these critical steps. First, your harness must be in top condition. Always perform a thorough inspection, checking all stitching, webbing, and buckles for any signs of wear, fraying, or damage before every season. Do the same and check your tree stand straps, cables, and chains before you ever set foot on the ladder or steps. If it looks compromised, replace it. Second, the system only works if you use it correctly. Always keep your harness securely attached to the tree via a short tether or lifeline from the moment you leave the ground until you're safely back down. Finally, always carry a means of communication. Have a cell phone, radio, or whistle readily accessible on your person. Perhaps most importantly, always let someone know exactly where you're hunting and when you expect to return. This simple step ensures that if the worst happens, help can find you. Your life depends on these precautions. Never skip them.
A Sportsman's Life is also brought to you by Mossberg, American built, American strong. The YO Steakhouse, Catch and Release Apparel, Pyramid Air, your one-stop shop for everything air guns.
Good morning, sports fans. This is Bill Carey with Striper Express with your fishing tip on A Sportsman's Life. We got several guides here, 10 of us total. we use a lot of lures, a lot of baits. I'm gonna show you this closet locker I got right here next to my desk where we keep all the backups so they never run short of anything. Let's go take a look. All right, let's get over to this locker and I'll show you what I'm talking about. It's a closet locker. This, all the guys behind you have everything they need. This is just more. Roadrunners, sassy shad tails, more bass assassin, slabs, bucktails, bass assassin, dead sticks, jig heads, and we got a bunch of stuff here. Bass assassin tails, topwater plugs, and pencil poppers, and more pencil poppers. And this is just our backup locker for when the guys need stuff. I'll show you a few. Here we are in the locker. White glow 4-inch sassies, secret weapon, great. Jig heads are too heavy to pick up. But we've got, what's this? Bass Assassin, Sea Shad, one of our favorites. There's 3 more of these of Bass Assassin. What we got here? Topwaters. Yep, do a lot of topwater fishing up here, 7 months out of the year. Well, one more. 1/4 ounce jigs. So, I've always said, men in fishing tackle are like women in jewelry. The one who dies with the most wins. Y'all, go catch a fish. This is Bill Carey with the fishing tip on A Sportsman's Life.
If you want to learn more about Vineyard Max and the other products they have, go to www.vineyardmax.net.
Hi folks, it's Luke Clayton. What do you say we take a few minutes and talk about bow hunting? Now, I've been shooting a compound bow for probably about 26 years, hunting with them mostly. I'm not a tournament archer, but I shoot to hunt, you know. We're going to talk about how I set the sight pins up in just a minute, a very effective way. But for about 6 years, I outfitted and guided archery, elk, and bear hunts up in the mountains up in northern Colorado with my buddy Larry Large. Now, Larry's still running the operation, but I pulled out a couple of years ago. But I've had a lot of experience on like elk hunting, long-range shots out west. And our topic is sight pin configuration here. Now, out west, 40 yards, some people sight in for 50. But I'm going to tell you something. This is just what I've learned. A lot can happen by the time that arrow leaves this bow till it gets out to 40 yards. Most of us that shoot bows can shoot accurately at 40 and 50 yards. Very, close enough to kill an elk. But that elk, animals at those extended yardages can do a lot of things. So, 30 yards and in for animals out west is what I recommend. That's pretty much a slam dunk shot. You're going to have a good chance of killing an elk or a bear, especially 30 yards on in. So 30 yards, that's kind of my maximum. In Texas, I've killed a ton of deer and hogs. Probably the vast majority of them have been 25 yards and in. The farthest I have ever killed a deer, folks, is 33 yards. That was up in North Dakota. Farthest I've ever shot at one. And that was a situation, I wanted him to get a little closer, but it was getting dark, the sun was going down. Didn't have a lot of time to fool around. Now most people, I'm going to walk up a little closer here, show you my sight pins. Now most people set up sight pins 10, 20, 30, 40 yards. I don't. I set one pin, this green pin at the top, You should be, yeah, I think you can see my top pin right here. I set that at 25 yards. And folks, with that pin at 25, I am good out to 35. These bows are fast. I mean, this one's not, I think it's set at about 56 pounds. But even at that, it's way faster than bows used to be. So I'm good with this one pin. It's all I have to worry about. I'm good out to 35 yards without any adjustment, without any holdover. And to me, that's important. When that animal comes up, and say I hear a buck coming in through the brush, when he's coming up, I want to focus on getting that arrow knocked, getting ready with my release, getting all set up, and not having to worry, let's see, is he 18, 22, 46, what, I've got some things ranged around me, so I know about how far this tree is or that rock. So all I have to do is pull it up and put it on him. Now granted, if I think he's pushing my maximum limit, 35 yards maybe, well, I might hold just a little tad, just a bit high. But that one pin, and that's the point I want to get across to you folks, one pin, if you'll set one pin at 25 for all your hunting, unless you're out west and you're making shots at elk at 40 and 50 yards, which I don't recommend, and that comes from experience. One pin at 25 will get the job done. Just do it. Set your pin at 25, put your target out there at 25, shoot it, and shoot it enough to where you're shooting a really good group at 25. Now, come on back into 10 yards. You might have a shot at 10 yards. Go out to 30, 35, and see where that arrow is rising or falling, see where it's hitting is what I should say. You'll find that thing is not going to be, it's going to be in the kill zone on a white-tailed deer or a hog all the way out to 35. That's our tip for today, folks, and these gearhead bows are absolutely awesome. Check them out online. You can go to gearheadarchery.com.
Folks, this segment was brought to us by Gearhead Archery, Smoke Intex Electric Smokers, Snaplock Hunting Blinds, YO Ranch Headquarters, Ultramatic Feeders, and Catfish Pro. Tune in next week for some more real-world outdoor adventures right here on A Sportsman's Life.